Hello, bruvs. We're back with a self Cartomancy reading, how to tell, using the method of the how to tell fortune. It's with cards by Wenzell Brown. As I've stated in previous entries, the central point of the querent myself is a dissatisfied poet type who's misunderstood and has a present coming to him, whether it's self initiated or via another. And then there's the division within the self and also a love letter coming. So that's either a sort of, what do you call it, validation of the self or validation through another, and plus financial footing, the promise of financial footing. And then there's this one, the potential for to become a hermit if one doesn't break the routine. Now we have an upside down Queen of Diamonds. Let's see what that portends to. As stated before, this is the personality of the querent, which is myself in this case, his future plans or current plans, and how they can be altered through this. And the central one is the Queen of Diamonds. The Queen of Diamonds is a fiercely passionate woman. She has great drive and energy. Her restless mind is constantly filled with plans, schemes, devices for making money, adding to her social prestige, or controlling the destinies of others. She is a woman who gets things done. The Queen of Diamonds can be an invaluable friend. With her agile mind, her indomitable spirit, her fierce loyalty, she is capable of directing those about her into constructive channels to spur and goad them to success. She is an expert organizer, often interested in charity, social reforms, and politics. She is aggressive and strongly partisan. She comes to the assistance of those in whom she believes with unstinting self-sacrifice. At her best, the Queen of Diamonds is a creative force. It is through such individuals that progress is made. When the Queen is linked to beneficent and spiritual concepts, her influence may be tremendous, and her service to humanity incalculable. On the other hand, if she is linked to forces of evil, she can do untold damage. She is shrewd and clever, but her judgments are frequently in error. Unless her materialism is leavened with idealism, she may waste her talents on petty details and schemes. While capable of grandiose visions, she may become involved in bickering, spite, and gossip. She must avoid malice. If the richness of her personality is to reach fruition, she is in danger of being sidetracked from high objectives by her resentment of criticism, personal dislikes, or undue pride. Hubris. She will have to combat her quick temper, her passionate nature, her tendency to act too quickly and to have too many interests. She has an affinity for flame red, and like the flame, she can bring life into quick being. But she can also destroy. Unless she takes care, she may burn herself out, so that the declining years of her life will be empty. However, this need not be so. If she establishes enduring relationships and worthy objectives, she can accumulate interest, which will give her lifelong pleasure. The Queen of Diamonds holds her own destiny in her hands. She can make her life rich, fruitful, and filled with pleasure, but she tends to lack patience and insight into the motives of others. Unless she is careful, she will make many enemies because in her desire to achieve specific ends, she may walk roughshod over the feelings of those whose friendships might be invaluable to her. It sounds rather familiar, and I believe was in the reading of another person that I did a few years back. The Queen of Diamonds is inimical to the Queen of Spades. Where both queens appear in the spread, they do not. There is likely to be a clash of wills. Because the Queen of Spades is more subtle and intuitive, she is likely to come out the victor. When such a quarrel appears in the offing, the Queen of Diamonds would do well to guard her temper and humble her pride in order to achieve her ends. There is an affinity between the Queen of Diamonds and the King of Clubs. She can bring out his best points, help him bring his dreams to fruition, give him practical guidance and assistance, which will counterbalance his tendency towards impracticality. And according to this spread, that is myself, both upside down, notably. And this one's also a woman because this is a Virginia Slims feminist pack. But there you go on that part. When the Queen of Diamonds appears in the middle of the spread of a female querent, neither is true here. It is likely to indicate her own personality. The cards which adjoin the Queen emphasize or ameliorate the characteristics of the Queen. If the spread contains a preponderance of clubs, it doesn't. The indication is that the querent tends to use her skills well and for the benefit of others. Where there is a preponderance of diamonds, that is a preponderance, isn't it? Equal preponderance, though. There is danger of too great preoccupation with money or other personal ambitions, which may in the end impoverish her life. A preponderance of hearts indicates an underlying gaiety and goodwill. Spades may indicate wasteful quarrels and a failure to achieve a maximum happiness because of involvement in matters of relatively small importance. The male querent who finds the Queen of Diamonds in his spread will be in contact with a woman of strong personality. She may be an invaluable ally, but she must be treated with consideration. She will be easily hurt, for more sensitive than she appears, and if she is offended, she can turn into a ruthless enemy whose skills may be employed to destroy him. However, once a true alliance is established, she will be passionately devoted to him. Right. She can be controlled by tact and kindness, and will make an interesting, challenging, and often an exciting companion. The man who chooses the Queen of Diamonds for a wife cannot expect a calm or peaceful life, but he will rarely be bored. I'm really bored to begin with. Where the Queen of Diamonds appears in the outer wings of the spread, she is likely to be a woman whom the querent will meet and who may play a significant role in his life. In such a case, the querent should be advised not to offend this woman. She can be of great assistance in helping him achieve coveted goals and ambitions, but if her anger is aroused, she may apply her skills to the querent's disadvantage. When the Queen of Diamonds is in a wing and flanked by either the 9 or 10 of spades, the Queen is warned of entanglement with a woman. The querent is warned of an entanglement with a woman who will bring him sorrow or disgrace. When the Queen of Diamonds is flanked by the 9 of diamonds or the 9 of hearts, the indication is that the cultivation of a woman to whom the querent is not quickly attracted may bring about the success of cherished plans or unexpected happiness. Neither is part of that quotient. So don't be a hermit. Get out, do stuff against the routine, and you're going to meet this Queen of Diamonds or re-meet her, and she will help you as an ally or as a mate. What do you think, bruvs? What do you think? Zolar doesn't think anything.